housing for families of the dead soldiers. On Wall Street, there'll be no trading on this President's Day holiday. The NASCAR season's underway, and Tyler Reddick started it, winning its most famous race at Daytona.
Tyler Reddick admitted on Sunday that when you're at his level and drive a car co-owned by NBA legend Michael Jordan, you're expected to win. For the most part, Reddick has, including taking home the 2024 NASCAR regular season championship. But 2025 was a different story. On the track, Reddick didn't win a single race. And off the track, his newborn son was battling health issues. The son is doing better now, and it seems like so is Reddick, emerging from a chaotic final lap to start out 2026 by winning his first career Daytona 500.
Last year was really hard for all of us, hard for me. I didn't know if I'd ever win this race. It's surreal, honestly.
Reddick, courtesy of Fox TV. Greg Thompson, Fox News.
At the Winter Olympics in Italy, the U.S. is tied for third in the medal count with 17. And in a few hours, the American women's hockey team plays Sweden in the semifinals. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Monday. It is February 16th, 2026. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez. We got Dano today. Dan Piedinowski. Dan Piedinowski joining us in about 3 minutes. And yeah, looking ahead to a hot week. Going to be in the 90s starting tomorrow. Any more cold fronts? Let's see what Dano says in a few minutes, so stick around. Federal Aviation Administration, they say they completed an environmental review of the SpaceX request to launch up to 25 missions from here in the Valley, from Starbase. The review concludes that there is no significant environmental impact if SpaceX launches and lands up to 25 Starship missions a year from Starbase. Now, they're not done yet. FAA noting that SpaceX must satisfy some more safety and licensing requirements. By the way, SpaceX founder and our neighbor, Elon Musk, said the 12th launch of Starship will likely take place sometime in March. It's 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. No injuries reported after a small plane with 2 people aboard had to make an emergency landing on the Far International Bridge. And that's a long runway, by the way, Freddie. That's like a 2+ mile long span, that Far International Bridge. A bipartisan congressional delegation has convinced Mexican lawmakers to approve a joint military Mexico-U.S. exercise. U.S. Marines going to Mexico.
We're trying to get them specialized where they can fight the drug cartels and they can also fight fentanyl in this joint operation.
You recognize that voice. That's Western Valley Congressman Henry Cuellar was involved in this effort. The training will start this week and run until April in the Mexican Yucatan Peninsula port city of Campeche. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is going up against the Texas State Medical Board.
The board in October disciplined Houston ENT specialist Dr. Mary Talley Bowden for prescribing a hospitalized Fort Worth COVID patient ivermectin in 2021. Bowden asked the board to reconsider, but they issued a final order upholding the decision in December. She's suing to overturn the reprimand, and Paxton filed a petition asking a judge to do just that. Last year, the state legislature passed a resolution to commend Bowden over her treatment of people with COVID and passed a law allowing Texans to buy the anti-parasitic without a prescription.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. I'm sorry, that story wasn't funny. I'm looking at the next one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on this. After all, kids are in the car, and you know how they are with body noises. University of Maryland seeking volunteers for a new nationwide flatulence study.
Participants will be mailed smart underwear, which has sensors to track intestinal gas. Scientists say previous studies didn't account for a lot of variables, leading to the belief that folks break wind only 10 to 12 times a day. But researchers think the daily average is more like 32 times a day for healthy adults. The goal for the study is to help doctors determine what's normal and when folks might need medical intervention.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
The survey for potential volunteers is available online. I'm Michael Kastner.
Oh, my goodness. It's 7:09. It is AccuWeather time. I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch for 7 o'clock AccuWeather. Martin Farm and Ranch, they got what you need. You stop by, say hi to Dougie from us. It's AccuWeather meteorologist Dan Petey joining us. Let's see here. Oh, nice and hot. Going to be upper 80s today, low 90s tomorrow, the next day. You got another cold front for us, maybe at the end of the week, Dan? What do you say?
It looks really late in the week, Sergio. I think it's hot through at least Friday, maybe even Saturday, but there is some hope by the end of the weekend, Sunday, and then into early next week could be a several-day cool down on the way.
Well, like how much of a cool down? Like 70s for highs on Monday?
Yeah. I think could be 70s and highs, 70s for highs a couple days, maybe starting Sunday, and maybe opportunity to dip back into the 40s for a night or two.
All right. Well, we're getting to that time of the year where we'll see less and less cold fronts. We're great. Any rain with that one, though? What are the computers telling you by the end of the week?
It doesn't look like huge rain chances. Looks like we're sort of on the tail end of it. So probably a dry frontal passage with any kind of rain likely staying off to the north of the valley.
For this week, Dan, overnight, can you keep it in the 60s at least? Maybe nice cool air for the morning walk.
It does look like the humidity, especially the first couple of days of the week, stays in check. So with lower humidity, lower dew points, we should be dropping into the 60s at night, maybe even upper 50s. Later in the week, it turns more humid, so it won't be as cool at night.
All right, Bill. Let's see. National days for today. Oh, the AccuWeather forecast, before I mention that. AccuWeather forecast, Dan says highs today should be upper 80s, Mid-Valley, Western Valley, and low, closer to mid-80s at the coast. Good morning, Starbase in the Rio Grande Valley, Port of Brownsville. And we're hitting 90 tomorrow, Wednesday, mid-90s on Thursday. Yuck. And upper 80s on Friday. That is your AccuWeather forecast on 710 KURV on this National President's Day. So if you had plans to go visit the bank or, federally chartered bank, or some federal offices, the chances are they're not working today. And also eat some almonds. Enjoy some almonds. It's National Almonds Day, unless they make you gassy. So there you go. That's your AccuWeather forecast on 710 KURV. Time is 7:12 on the Valley's Morning News. More state news. The State Board of Texas Department of Motor Vehicles unanimously voted to require proof of legal status when registering a vehicle.
State Representative Brian Harrison of Midlothian started a social media campaign recently aimed at ID changes that would prevent people who entered the country illegally from registering and renewing vehicles in the state. In a social media post last week, Harrison said it was, quote, insane that this has been happening for many years. KXAN Television reports some counties have already begun enforcing the new requirements, but Travis County Tax Assessor Celia Israel recently said her office won't. Israel says she's worried that the rules will mean more fraud and uninsured drivers on the roads.
That is John Mark Dempsey with that report. Here's Bill McLean, one state official, saying the Texas barbecue industry, all these barbecue restaurants, he says they're becoming an endangered meal.
Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller Friday issued an urgent warning that Texas barbecue is becoming too expensive. He says high beef prices, inflation, and cost-conscious consumers are forcing a troubling wave of barbecue restaurant and smokehouse closures across Texas. Miller is calling for an America First beef policy to rebuild the shrinking national cattle herd by lowering beef prices while protecting rancher livelihoods. Otherwise, Miller says demand for Texas barbecue could very well collapse.
As long as they don't close Salt Lake in Central Texas. I haven't made it there yet. I've been wanting to stop by and see what the big deal is. New research saying that it's aerobic exercise might be the best kind for individuals who have high anxiety or maybe feel depressed.
The findings were published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine earlier this week and show that aerobic exercise such as walking, running, cycling, and swimming were best at reducing mental health symptoms. Researchers also found that group-based supervised exercise had the strongest effects on depression by giving structure and social connection. For anxiety, shorter, lower-intensity workouts were most effective. I'm Rob Martier.
and check the cupboard for something called Tippy Toes apple, pear, banana, fruit puree. Sounds pretty good with almonds, maybe some Greek yogurt. Like mix it all in, right? So this is Tippy Toes apple, pear, banana, fruit puree. There's a recall, this baby food recall. It might contain something called patulin. It's a toxin that poses a health risk to the little ones. It's from Initiative Foods. Time is 7:15. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Stick around. We'll take a look at some of the new academic offerings, curriculum at South Texas College. Evolving with our expanding economy in South Texas. Fascinating new programs. Conversation with Dr. Rodney Rodriguez from STC next on the Valley's Morning News.
Attention all cattle ranchers. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply, the Valley's premier Purina feed dealer, is here to tell you all about the labor-saving benefits of Purina AccuRation liquid feed. With 34% protein and 5% fat, it delivers. Let us show you the cost benefits of the most sustained supplement on the market and get a free bag of mineral with your purchase. Limited time only.
Martin Farm and Ranch Supply, your premier Purina feed dealer. Just ask the horse.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology that make up the amazing Genesis vehicle lineup. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis GV70. Lease one today for $497 a month. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com.
Brian Kilmeade here. After my show, weekday afternoons at 2, stay tuned for the 956 Drive Home with Zach and Davis starting at 4 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV, your radio station for Radiothon in South Texas. Hoping you can join us tomorrow. Start putting some money in the piggy bank for life-saving, cancer-fighting medicine and medical care for Rio Grande Valley kids fighting cancer at our one and only kids cancer fighting clinic, Vanny Cook. It's the Vanny Cook Radiothon, 16 years now. Big thank you to Amigo Power Equipment and Lee's Pharmacy for the 2026 Vanny Cook Radiothon on 710 KURV. Economic status report, South Texas College. Dr. Rodney Rodriguez back in the studio. Good to see you, my friend. Turn on the mic for Freddie, for the good doctor. All right. So we got a long list of items. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while. Yes. So because we have a new semester, let's start with enrollment. How are we doing at South Texas College?
Doing great. Thank you again for having us here. It's always great to see Fred and you. But yeah, South Texas College, we're up 2% from enrollment from last year. So I mean, it's been good. We're a little bit over
spring to spring.
Spring to spring. Wow. We're at around 28,000.
You know, UTRGV said about the same thing. Dr. Bailey was on the show the other day.
Okay,
and he said they had record numbers. They were up and like 2-3% as well.
2%. It's a standard right now, but we're holding at 28,000, a little over 28,000, which is incredible.
Why is that, Rodney? Why is South Texas College seeing an increase?
Well, because not only do we offer the affordable tuition that we're known for, but we're increasing our certification programs. We're increasing the amount of nursing staff that we have so we can bring in more students. And that's something that I want to share with you, some great news that we got from our NCLEX exams. But definitely, I think 28,000 right for now is a great number. Record enrollment would be over 30,000, but we're getting there, and I think it's going to be holding.
Yeah, that's a mix of everything, right?
Yes.
Dual enrollment and
traditional enrollment. Our dual enrollment is up 4%. We have an incredible dual enrollment team. They're always out there with the ISDs trying to get more students in.
How many school districts you got working with?
We have around 26 school districts.
Pretty good,
yeah.
And some of these workers, they're working on more than just like 2 years of college.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting actual certifications and licenses in different professions and skill sets to hit the workforce.
Not only the certificates and the certification programs for pathways into degrees, but they're actually getting their associate degrees, and that's something incredible.
Worth mentioning that South Texas College has a special relationship with Texas A&M.
Yes, we
as well,
do.
right?
For our engineering program.
There we go.
Yes,
and
Jaggies.
I say this because you go to South Texas College, you take the same classes, Texas A&M will accept it and keep going with your engineering
That's
program.
correct. So the first day that you enter, you're already an Aggie. You're
Wow.
transcripted as a Texas A&M student and South Texas College student. So all the courses that you get during your freshman and sophomore year are transferable when you go into the engineering program.
Yeah, you're an Aggie with Jaguar markings on you.
So it's a Jaggy. That's what we call it.
It's a Jaggy. Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, Vice President at South Texas College. And I wanted to mention that because we celebrate. It's awesome to hear that we have this engineering path for our kids here in South Texas. At Texas A&M, they go next door. Okay.
Excellent partner.
Now, let's celebrate nursing.
Yes.
And because of the expansion of nursing at Texas A&M, I would imagine those are doors that are going to open up in the near future. Let's go back to South Texas College and just you're hitting it out of the park when it comes and it's the testing that is the proof of it. So give me a little backstory on this and what's going on.
So our associate degree in nursing, we had 175 students take the 2025 NCLEX RN exam.
Okay.
From the 175 students, 174 passed. So we have an NCLEX rate, the highest, at 99.43%.
Wow.
And that is phenomenal because that's across the state. We're the highest in the associate degree in nursing program in the state at 99.43%. Now, let me explain to you what the beauty is behind that. So through the associate degree of nursing, when they are eligible to take the RN NCLEX exam, if they pass, they become RNs. They don't have to go 4 years and then take the RN exam. So that's saving you
why
2
it's
years of
Wow.
cost, of time, and you become an RN. So, yes.
Okay, since they're market ready,
yes,
have they been sopped up by DHR
Oh,
and Rio
yes.
Grande Regional?
We have South Texas Health Systems. We have great partnerships with DHR, with regional, and out of the area. That
Pass
is
the
trying
exam,
to-
boom, they're jumping. Already.
Bonuses of 15,000
You know,
sign-on bonuses and asking them to go to their hospitals out of this region, but we want to keep them here.
So why? How did you get there? Where you have, for the exception of one little, and I will just leave that one little one to go study again.
Well, and you know, that's the first time. So there's a second time. There's an opportunity. So, but our students are incredible. Our faculty are the key to our success.
Okay.
And that's something that we're very proud of.
Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, Vice President of South Texas College. We're catching up to speed on various programs, the nursing program hitting it out of the park. Okay, so since we have a special relationship on the engineering side with Texas A&M, how about now that they're presently aggressively expanding at Texas A&M here in North McAllen?
Yes.
So what do you think?
No, great. No,
what do we do now?
Our partnership with Texas A&M has been incredible. We're planning on some expansions of some other programs.
Okay.
And we're very excited about those opportunities. But as you well know, also our expansion at South Texas College is very evident. We have our kinesiology building coming up. That should be completed within a year. Our continuing education building on Ware and Pecan. That should be up and going, hopefully, in around a year and a half or so.
Okay.
And the expansion of our Cooper Center. That's with our arts and our music department. That should be completed within 2 years.
Is there
also.
anything to report for Stark County as far as the campus out there?
Yes, so
Brick and mortar
Stark
or
County,
anything?
we've been brick and mortar. We've already expanded our fire and our law enforcement buildings, but definitely we're trying to bring more certification and programs to Stark County as we do in the Westlaco area as well.
Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, Vice President of South Texas College, and with everything that is on the horizon, we've talked about this before on the program because you're so involved. Dr. Solis, they're so involved with the economic development teams and recruiting industry. They'll have a sit down when the EDC office, McAllen or Mission or whoever's working on something. They got a big fish on the hook. Okay,
Yes.
South Texas College and UTRGV.
Yeah. And we're working very closely with RESTEF, which is the Real South Texas Education Foundation, and COSTEP. We're on March 4th, we're going to have a huge summit there at South Texas College, and I'm sure they're going to be inviting folks out to unveil the economic impact study that they've been working on in manufacturing and something that we've been partnering with them on that.
There was one interview that we did with one of your chiefs that was looking into not only when it comes to cybersecurity, but also on the software side and the high tech side.
Yes.
And high tech has a footprint and will be growing. And what they're prospecting at the EDC office is very much in line with high tech. So how is that continuing to evolve, transform the offerings, the curriculum at South Texas College?
Yeah, so we just completed an offering on a certification for AI. So that's going to be something that's very relevant and very important now that we've been incorporating AI in a lot of our initiatives and a lot of our certification and certificate programs. So we're continuing with the technology at South Texas College, and it's also going into our computer sciences and other degrees that we offer at South Texas College.
There was one in particular, Freddie almost quit his job and left here. Like they were talking about
all right, Freddie.
Gigs that had like almost six figures right out of the chute.
Right out of the chute. Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, we just had our own economic impact study, and
which fields are those, Rodney? The ones that were we're so
computer
impressed.
science.
Computer
We've
science.
been looking at the AI technology of just programming, and also the apps. The apps have been incredibly popular. That now people can create their own apps. And become millionaires,
Yes.
So it's something that is very relevant, but it's something that we're growing and something that we have to keep up with at South Texas College.
Yeah, Freddie decided to stay because he figured out he wouldn't be working with me anymore. So he had to say, no, I can't work without you. So,
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I
maybe we can become millionaires, do our own app thing. Are you good at like cooking, or you have a hobby like no,
well, I'm not
green
a good
thumb?
cook.
Have anything?
Green thumb, yeah.
Well, maybe
pretty much.
gardening.
There you go.
Gardening with Rodney. We'll do a podcast. We get like 1 million views on that one. A note to the gang over at Noble Construction.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Capistran and his team have been incredible. They just donated $100,000 in an endowment for our certificate programs in different areas like HVAC and electrical and
related to construction.
That
desperately needs
Isn't
a
that
little
amazing?
bit of more manpower to be trained quickly.
Journeyman, we need a lot of help there. And the beauty is that he has gathered his subcontractors to come in and talk a little bit about how they can contribute and also learn about our programs. So he's been incredible. Noble Construction has really opened the door in that area, and we're hoping that it expands.
The local Builders Association and other folks have joined us to talk about, yes, because of the immigration enforcement, the cash-only jobs. We know who those folks are.
Yes.
Pues ya no están. They're not there as they were before. So on the periphery and some of the final touch-ups and tiles and things, those jobs need to be replaced.
Yes.
Education, it's going to take a while for those education gears to churn and produce, but right now is the time. Have you seen an increase in everything from HVAC to construction, electrical, plumbing, anything like that? Have you seen, I would imagine you've seen a marked increase.
Yes.
This endowment from Noble Construction would provide you a few more chairs, a few more seats.
Exactly. And we'll be able to bring in more students that need the tools that are necessary for their completion. It's more than tuition and fees. It's life happen events. Sometimes people, they get in a bind and they just cannot get to class, and we want to help them.
Transportation, things like that. So that's what it's for.
Exactly. So, but
what's the name of that program, Rodney? The one that helps people with transportation and laptops.
Oh, the emergency fund through the foundation. Yeah, that's something that we just initiated, and it's been, used quite heavily now that we have opened that door. We've been receiving a lot of requests, and believe it or not, we have a lot of students that are in dire need of they don't need the tuition and fees from the Pell Grants, and what they need are life dollars. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Life dollars to get to school, gas vouchers, a tire blows, the rent is due, and they have to work.
The objective is to get them to the other side, get them certified, finish your training, get to work.
Absolutely. Get more money, maybe get a higher paying job, upskill, reskill, whatever that is, we need to get them there.
One of the last conversations toward last year was a fundraiser for that foundation.
Yes.
To pay for those life emergencies, to make sure that fill in the gaps, You keep studying, take your
Yes,
test, go
yes.
get certified.
Let's help
How
you.
much money did you raise?
So we raised through the gala and also through Now Noble, and actually with our new friends, our windmill friends,
Okay.
they've also contributed. We've raised a little over $40,000.
Okay.
So
Just
that's
trying to-
and of course these are expenses that are not over $1,000. These are like $200, $300. So we've been able to help some
with
folks.
families and some of these students, they can't afford that.
Exactly.
The new tire.
And it's just like our food pantry and our, closet, whenever they need anything, it's there for them.
And a quick mention for the Jaguar Alumni Initiative.
Yes. I mean, this is something, it's called Share the Love.
Uh-huh.
It's Valentine's Day, February 14th. Instead of sending me flowers, do a donation, right? Go to southtexascollege.edu and pledge. There's a lot of folks that walk through the doors of South Texas College. We're trying to outreach our alumni. We sent out over 15,000 postcards and texts and emails, hoping that we get our alumni back. So we're really hoping for a great success there.
Freddie still wants flowers and chocolate. Yeah, he's
You don't have
the
to send it to
romantic.
me,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Good to see you, Dr. Rodney.
Great seeing you.
Come
Fred.
back and
Good
visit
seeing
soon.
you.
So many wonderful things taking
Yes,
place.
Sergio. Thank
Dr.
you.
Rodney Rodriguez, from Vice President from South Texas College.
Thank you.
News Talk 710 KURV. And we invite you again, join us tomorrow. We've got the Radiothon to benefit our Kids Cancer Clinic, Benny Cook, and put some money in that piggy bank for the Huerquillos fighting cancer. Again, that's tomorrow. You could give something now. I know some of y'all participate every year. God bless y'all. Thank you. RadiothonRGV.com. RadiothonRGV.com. News Talk 710 KURV is your station for Astros baseball. It'll be here before you know it. Check us sports up next.
Good morning, Cameron County Republicans. My name is Jim Burschbach, and I am running for Cameron County Republican Chair. I have the proven leadership and extensive management experience to lead our party. I have served as treasurer of the party and president of the North Cameron County Club. My 55 years in the media industry gives me a unique background to lead the party. My name, again, is Jim Burschbach, and I would sincerely appreciate your consideration and vote for Cameron County Republican Chair. Please vote for Jim Burschbach, Cameron County Chair. Thank you. Paid for by candidate Jim Burschbach.
That eternal separation, sometimes it's a shock, it's unexpected, it's very painful. It always is painful, even when it's expected. You just missed. You miss your loved one. I get it. My mom and dad, I miss them. Oh, my goodness, just thinking about it. I miss my mom and dad. My parents did for me what I hope you are considering doing for your family, which is pre-planning and prepaying that funeral event. I'm an only son, and I got a bunch. You know how it is, Mexican families. You got like 12, 13 tios and tias on both sides of the family, right? Well, a big family, and it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of decisions that need to be made, and everybody has some opinion on something. Well, she wanted this or he wanted that. Metiendo la cuchara, right? Everybody's got an opinion, but have everything decided now and paid for now. And when that time comes, the Lord calls, then everything is, no bickering, no squabbling, just be together, love each other as a family. Pre-plan, prepay. Mark and Carla McCaleb, the McCaleb Funeral Home clan of Weslaco, invite you to make a phone call to Carla McCaleb, and they will come to you wherever you are, help you pre-plan and prepay. Put it on the shelf, wait on the Lord. There you go. From the McCaleb Funeral Home clan in Weslaco, call Carla McCaleb. They'll come to you wherever you are in the valley and help you make all these decisions and put it on the shelf. 956-650-2841.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Michael Berry, host of The Michael Berry Show, inviting you to join Sergio Sanchez, my buddy, for The Sergio Show. Weekday mornings starting at 9 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Podami app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The NBA All-Star Games wrapped up last night, and here's an update on the players from Texas. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama led the world team in their first game against Team Stars with 14 points and 6 rebounds. Houston's Alperen Sengun helped from the bench for Team World with 4 rebounds. Kevin Durant from Houston started for Team Stripes and put up 5 points with a rebound and an assist against Team Stars. San Antonio's De'Aaron Fox came off the bench for Team Stripes and added 5 points with an assist. That's your TSN Sports Minute. I'm Jet Nelson.
At the Winter Olympics, team captain Austin Matthews lit the lamp twice to help Team USA crush Germany 5-1 to finish group play a perfect 3-0 to earn the 2 seed in the knockout stage. Forward Brady Tkachuk says they fought hard against a good team.
They're a great team, great players, and I was really proud of the effort that we put in and the resiliency that we showed.
Rival Canada secured the top spot after beating down France 10-2. Team USA will face the winner of Sweden-Latvia, which takes place Tuesday. The U.S. women's hockey team will face off against Sweden today with a trip to the gold medal game on the line. Team USA was held off the podium at the Winter Games Sunday. Erin Jackson came the closest to winning a medal for the U.S. after finishing 5th in the women's speed skating 500-meter final. That's sports. I'm Ronta Moss.
AccuWeather on News Talk 710 KURV. Again, presented by Martin Farm and Ranch. And big thanks also to all the gang at Rivera's Machinery. Very similar to this weekend. So highs will be in the upper 80s and low 90s tomorrow. And Wednesday, low 90s. Mid 90s by Thursday. Oh, upper 80s by Friday. So it's hot. We do have, according to AccuWeather, at the moment, maybe I shouldn't say anything. I don't want to jinx it. So we'll say we get another cold front. Just keep praying for a cold front. Let's see here. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Oh, I should say we're starting the morning mid-50s. Nice and cool. Mid-50s right now. The Border Bridge wait times, you're headed back to the McAllen Mission Edinburgh area. 1 hour at the Hidalgo Bridge. The other two about 10 to 15. And if you're driving back from the overnight in Matamoros, let's see, 25 minutes, Gateway and the Veterans Bridge. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Business news check of your money up next. An amazing, amazing value. It's the Culligan water purification system you could have at your house. How long have you been hearing me talk about this? I love that Culligan water purification system, state-of-the-art filters. It's an amazing system provided by folks who are highly trained in water purification systems for laboratories, for industry, for service providers, restaurants, all these different businesses. Culligan provides those water purification systems stacked on top, one or the other, all these very complicated systems for you. You and I just need a basic water purification system. And you're going to love it as much as I do. I know you will. Call them today. It's only $35 a month. And think of all the time that you get back not being forced to go down to the big box place or H-E Butt or Walmart and buy, those 40 packs of water or 5-gallon jugs. You get all that time back. Isn't that your most, precious resource? All that time? Of course, you won't be spending money on plastic filled with purified water that is not so purified, after a long time, all that stuff. And all the kids leaving half-consumed bottles everywhere. Just call Culligan, $35 a month. Constant stream of satiating, wonderful tasting, truly healthy water from Culligan. Here's the number to call, 956-399-1780.
The Texas Comptroller is the chief financial officer of the 8th largest economy in the world. Governor Abbott knows Kelly Hancock will keep the Texas economy booming. As acting comptroller, Kelly Hancock protected your tax dollars and worked with Governor Abbott to fund President Trump's border wall. That's why Governor Abbott trusts Kelly Hancock.
This is Governor Greg Abbott. Results matter. That's why I endorse Kelly Hancock for Texas Comptroller. There is no one I trust more. Vote Kelly Hancock.
For Texas Agriculture Commissioner, do you want an experienced agriculture businessman? Then vote Nate Sheets. Someone trusted and endorsed by the Texas Farm Bureau? Vote Nate Sheets. Someone who will restore integrity to the office. Vote Nate Sheets.
This is Governor Greg Abbott. I'm proud to endorse Nate Sheets for Agriculture Commissioner. He's committed to fighting for Texas agriculture and restoring integrity to the Texas Agriculture Commission. Vote Nate Sheets for Agriculture Commissioner.
Political ad paid for by Texans for Greg Abbott.
The Pulse of the 956 South Texas Business Talk with Sergio Sanchez invites you to join Sergio and Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, Bradley Rowan, Director of Training and Development, this Wednesday, February 18th at 12:45 p.m.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Dan Loney with Your Money Now. Uber Eats is bringing artificial intelligence to your next grocery shopping list. The ride-hailing company said that its food delivery platform is debuting a new AI assistant that lets customers build a shopping cart using text or images like handwritten grocery lists. Uber is offering the feature through dozens of large retailers, including Safeway, Albertsons, and Kroger. The demand for bonds right now is insatiable. That's the word from the Wall Street Journal, which says that the extra yield or spread that investors demand to hold highly rated corporate bonds instead of ultra-safe U.S. Treasuries hit a 27-year low in late January. Spreads on speculative-grade corporate bonds dropped to an 18-year low. And the medals that athletes have won during the Olympics in Milan could be far more valuable than in past games because of higher gold and silver prices. At current precious metal prices, the so-called melt value of an Olympic medal, which contains only 6 grams of gold, is around $2,500. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says highs today, upper 80s, highs tomorrow, low 90s. There you go. Not much change. In fact, hotter by Thursday, mid-90s. Woo-wee. There might be a cold front like late this weekend, maybe Sunday, maybe into Monday, something like that. I hope so. There's still time for AccuWeather to pull the carpet from under us between here and there. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mi, the free app, and listen on your smartphone. I'm going to give you a number to the good folks at Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Looking at all the, I guess it's like almost 130 years now of experience in commercial roofing systems. You should call them. I'm going to give you a number so that you as the property manager or the property owner, you get a truly expert crew that knows what to look for free. You get them to go to all your buildings and give you, at this time, at the beginning of the year, when you do inventory and this, that, and the other, well, why don't you, for free, get your commercial roofs, get all of them checked. And that way, you start the clock. I got 24 months or 36 months or whatever before water might be an issue coming into our building. You need to know all the weak spots up there. Some do a little patchwork or retrofit. It's an amazing value. Man, you got the top commercial roofers in this region with amazing projects nationwide as well. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, and their commitment to safety is unmatched. Seriously. And I'll be talking more about that this week on a live podcast, talking about the different strata of safety training they go through. It's amazing. ChamberlainLTD.com, ChamberlainLTD.com. Give them a call and get that free assessment of your commercial roofing system. See what's going on. 956-655-6178.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of excellence and power in a new C300 sedan. Get yours for only $479 a month for 36 months. Experience a feeling only 140 years of innovation can deliver. The choice is simple at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen, a true triumph of luxury. Now open at your exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen.
Ah, the eternal struggle. Too hot? Too cold? Forget about it. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC will make your home a true Goldilocks zone. Don't bear it alone when your fairy tale home feels like a nightmare gone wrong. Mighty Mike is your shining hero who will save the day with service that's not too early, not too late, but just right. Call Mighty Mike at 956-686-1353 or visit callmightymike.com. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC. Get it right. Call Mighty Mike. Mighty Mike to the rescue.
Just one call to solve it all.
It doesn't matter what we're talking about. Talk is cheap, and experience matters. So if you want an attorney general that's going to protect the border and keep criminals behind bars, you want someone who's done it before. Joan Huffman was a tough-as-nails prosecutor, putting criminals away. And then a judge, and nobody was tougher on crime. How about the border? In the state Senate, Joan Huffman got more money and manpower to stop Biden's invasion than any man in Texas. Oh, and I almost forgot. Joan passed the law to stop Texas cities from defunding their own police. Joan Huffman is tough. She's effective. She's the most qualified. And that's why Texas top law enforcement all endorse Joan. Joan Huffman, prosecutor, judge, a conservative for Attorney General. Political ad paid for by Texans for Joan Huffman.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV is also broadcasting at a free app called Radio Para Mi. Hope you can get it. Listen to 710 KURV News Radio on your smartphone. Show producer Fred Cruz. We have Dan Pitinowski. I'm Sergio Sanchez. You and family, thank you for joining us on the Morning News. News, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News. I'm CJ Papa. Day 3 in the partial government shutdown that cut off funding for the Department of Homeland Security. The money drying up 12:01 a.m. Eastern on Saturday. Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer.
They want law enforcement agents to show ID when they don't want voters to show ID. There's no common sense here. This is all politics. They're talking around the issue.
A Republican earlier on Fox and Friends. Democrats demanding 10 reforms to ICE operation before funding DHS. Nancy Guthrie missing for 16 days. Fox's Matt Finn in Tucson.
Authorities say they have found at least 16 gloves, but this one single glove could be a match to the one that masked suspect is wearing on the Nest Cam video.
Officials say that glove was found 2 miles from Nancy Garce's home. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio meeting today with Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban. America's listening to Fox News.
Good news for our neighbor, Elon Musk, the Federal Aviation Administration. They say they have completed an environmental review of SpaceX request to launch more missions, up to 25 missions from here in the Valley, from Starbase. FAA saying they're not quite done. SpaceX still needs to satisfy some safety and licensing requirements. Our neighbor, Elon Musk, has said the 12th launch of Starship will likely take place sometime in March. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing a cord blood registry for, he says, misleading parents on the benefits of banking their child's cord blood.
Paxton says CPR systems target new parents, urging them to pay thousands to store their baby's cord blood stem cells for possible future treatments. The lawsuit claims those treatments are highly unlikely and that most patients rely on public transplants instead of private ones. Paxton says the American Medical Association often recommend public cord blood donations for most families. According to CBR's website, they call the treatment a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and say for the past 30 years, cord blood stem cells have been used to rebuild healthy blood and immune systems.
That's reporter Emily Capetillo, and a Pokemon card selling at auction. They say it was one of 40 made back in 1988 for some contest. It was graded a 10, which is the highest quality. $16.5 million for that one Pokemon card at auction. It's President's Day, so banks and federal offices likely closed today, so heads up. This is the morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Panami, the free app. Amigo Power Equipment is in Edinburg, Texas, off of Monte Cristo, just a little bit west of Business 281. You know, behind the Madonas there at Business 281 and behind the Nunors. Stop by, visit with JP and Jeff today, and take a look at all the amazing inventory of Kubota equipment, the reliable equipment. Kubota, the mowers, zero-turn mowers, the small tractors, those compact tractors. They're rugged, they're rough. Boy, those suckers are powerful. And with all the attachments that are available at Amigo Power, yep, you're chopping up stuff, grading, you're moving earth, punching holes in the ground, putting up fences. Amigo Power Equipment for the reliable, dependable, rugged Kubota equipment. Number one selling compact tractor in the nation is Kubota, and at Amigo Power Equipment, JP and Jeff can hook you up with some amazing Kubota equipment, 0% financing if you qualify, or savings of up to $3,500 right now through February 28th. All the specifics, all the details, KubotaUSA.com. Stop by Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburg. 0% financing on some Kubota equipment and up to $3,500. That's Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburg on Monte Cristo.
Looking for the perfect place to grow your business? Edinburg offers strategic access along I-69 with direct routes to Mexico and major markets. With acres ready for development near South Texas International Airport and shovel-ready sites at Edinburg North Industrial Park, your business has a runway for success. Upgraded utilities, enhanced transportation infrastructure, and the upcoming State Highway 68 makes Edinburg a prime location for logistics, manufacturing, and trade. Put your business on the map and fuel your growth. Let's build something great together. Visit EdinburghEDC.com.
I am Sarah Sagredo Hammond, your true Republican candidate of choice for Texas House District 41. For over 9 years, I've been fighting at the state capitol, not for politics, but for people like us. I'm a mom, a small business owner, and a community member just like you. I have been in Austin, where I have seen our good people get left behind. And when we ask for help, we get nothing but political speeches instead of practical solutions. I may not know every inch of the law, but there is one thing I do know, and that's how to listen to you and to work with my community as I have for many, many years. I am not here to perform or put on courtroom theatrics. I am here to serve and put you first in Austin. I am Sarah Sagredo Hammond, and I approve this message, and I ask for your vote.
Experience everything Bert Ogden Cadillac in Edinburg has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself with bold design and set the standard with comfort and performance in a new Cadillac CT5. Now just $639 per month. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set your